You're watching Pitch2Production, the show where we take a random idea and turn it into a film, all within a month. Now, without further ado, lights, camera, action. That's bad. She's actually not doing the best mental health wise, and she loves her family so much that she wants them to keep them. And the horror film is about how the main character struggles to deal with the fact that her aunt is going on the flip, while also trying to deal with this in a not natural but realistic way. Like, she doesn't want to escape the aunt character, but she wants to help her, and that's how we're going to deal with that conflict, right? So I did a little behind the scenes where I finalized the pitch, or kind of finalized it. I just made it a better pitch. So if you'd like to see that, then make sure to leave a comment in the comments below. Or if you're watching live, then leave a comment on the chat. So without further ado, we're going to make the script. And today I have a special guest with me. And can you show them? All right. So would you like to explain who you are to the audience?
I'm Baxton Sumner. I would like to see myself as a scriptwriter. I wrote multiple scripts. I've actually told you about so many of the different scripts I've written. I have scripts from 20 pages to 10 pages, and then my magnum opus, which is 116 pages.
Oh, cool. Okay. So what would you say is your preferred genre to write then?
Horror.
Horror. So we lucked out. We lucked out. Okay. So now, Baxton, do you know what we're doing today?
Yes, I do.
All right. So we both know we're on the same page. So let's just get straight into it. So now we're working with realistic horror. So the dialogue is going to be a bit different for the script. It's not going to be like a gasp and she was stabbed. It's going to be a little more in-depth, a little more nuanced in the character delivery. So the characters we have, that's the clapper. There we go. So the characters we have are Cade, or Cadence if the script is dictating a woman.
Have we thought about age?
Age is like in the 20s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Okay. Can we see that picked? There we go. Yes. Now the audience can see. I thought about you guys behind the screen.
Oh, that's cool.
Exactly, right? So
that's so cool.
So Cadence, and the antagonist, main antagonist is the aunt, and I decided to give her the name Faith, so Aunt Faith, for just irony.
You know, Faith can also be seen as Faith.
And then
she has faith in her family.
Right. So we got.
And have we thought about an age for?
I want to say the aunt's like in her 30s, maybe like late 30s, mid 40s. Because like
do mid 40s, early 50s. Because
right.
Think about it, if the main character is 20 and she's 30, she would have had to be 10 years old when the main character was born.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so let's do like 46. Yeah. 46-ish.
46.
Yeah. Okay. So. Now we're going to start. So this is a trailer. So that means that the script doesn't necessarily have to be coherent. If you've ever seen a trailer, it doesn't show the full movie in the trailer, right? It's on like a 1 or 2 minute bite. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out first the first scene we want to show. So the first scene we want to show is usually Act 1. So everything's going well. This is the introduction to the story. So let's say that it's exterior to the house that they're entering.
You know
so
what would be interesting?
What?
You know, some movies start with the ending and they work their way back to that ending. Like some horror movies start with the main character running out of the house in a panic, and then it goes to the beginning. So what if we start the main movie with the main character running out of the house? Then it goes to the title card. Have you thought about a title?
Yeah, well, I'm thinking about the name now. We can figure that out while the show. Usually, like how I like to worry about title is that when a character says something significant, then I can use that significant thing as a title.
See, like I like that. That's what I do. That's what I do with my writing. With my writing for example, Snakes and Sinners or the movie God's Plan. All of those are very important lines in the movie. So I like that.
So let's worry about that when we get to it. So let's start with exterior, interior, exterior. So interior, inside, exterior, outside, right? So let's do interior, exterior. Because if we're doing interior and exterior, that means the character is inside a shot or inside a place, and then they exit the place, right? So and the camera follows them.
Yeah.
So let's do interior, exterior, house. And the reason why we're using Google Docs is because the script writing program that I use, Celtics, just was not allowing me to work with him, so we're doing it this way.
And let's maybe do it night.
Leia, house, night. Let's do Loxahatchee, house, night.
What if we did like dawn?
Dawn?
So there's still a little bit of sun, but the sun is setting. But what if we get the sunset? Because the thing with night, of course, it's ambiotic and it looks very eerie, but it's so hard to light correctly.
Yeah,
so
sure.
what if we did like sunset? So she's running out the house as we watch the sun go down.
I want to do. Oh, did I delete that? Okay. I like the idea where we're starting off with the highest point of tension, but I feel like, to my opinion, that running outside, it's kind of like, at first, I imagine when they first started doing it, it was like, oh, this is interesting. They're just starting off with the scare. But since we've seen it so many times, I feel like it can be a bit overplayed. Like they start running and then they get to it. So, but I do like starting with tension. So what?
Hang on. So what if, you mentioned the story about the main character locked in the room, right? What if we start there and she's about to open the door and she opens the door.
Okay, cool.
And it cuts to the title card.
Okay,
Before we see what she actually sees, and then you're like, what did she see? What was it? Okay. I like that. And that'll be a bit different, because that's the point of attention. It's like, okay, what's behind the door? You got my attention. Now, what's behind the door?
For the audience at home, when I finalized the pitch or made a better draft of the pitch, I showed it to Baxton, because this isn't a show where we made the pitch from scratch. You guys watched me struggle pretty much. But what we're doing is that now you're like seeing the inside, what's behind the scenes. So he knows some stuff about the pitch. You guys don't, and I'm going to leave it up to mystery. So interior, Loxahatchee house, and then let's make that sunset. Why not? So sunset, and then Cadence is her name. So this is our scene heading, interior, Loxahatchee house. Now we're going to do the action. So Cadence opens.
Maybe a bit like Cadence creeps. Maybe, like, here's the thing. I am a storyteller in nature, and I think the more descriptive you are with your action terms, the more direction it gives your actor. You can say, okay, the actor opens the door, and you say, okay, I'll open the door. But if you say, okay, the actor creeps towards the door, the actor hesitantly opens the door. The actor sees that and says, okay, I understand where that's coming from.
That's interesting, because like how I was brought up in script writing, it's that like, you do describe with like certain adjectives or verbs, but also brevity is where you want to go, because if the actor reads too much, then they can lose interest, right? They can have a speed bump. So,
but like, of course, each script writer is going to be different.
Creeps up to Cadence creeps up to, and let's say an old door for now. An old door. It can always. The door isn't the main character, so if you see a new door in the final project, then you can sue me, I guess. Creeps up to an old door.
I'll remember that.
She opens it.
Maybe do it in the next line, because that's how I've always learned it. Maybe do another line spacing. Hang on. Like that, hang on.
You got me,
like that, yeah.
It creaks as she opens. It creaks.
No. She hesitantly opens the door.
You can put that in.
Okay.
You're also an editor. She hesitantly opens the door, so I'll start the next time.
Whoa.
Next line, thank you. It creaks. And then I got you below. It creaks.
The door. Dun 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 dun.
We see her eye.
Eyes widen.
Her eye. I want to say the door like opens and then we see like her eye. So we see her eye
But we do not see what's behind
beyond the crack. Creak, crack. And then you could put we do not see what's. Well, actually, we don't need to say that.
No.
It's just what the camera sees of the door. Her eyes widen.
With
So so here's an interesting thing. Because it's realistic, we have to worry about how she reacts to things. So it's the easiest thing to say like, oh, she screams, right? But what if Cade doesn't scream? What if she doesn't scream? What if she like falls back? Or maybe she doesn't even react at all. So
Yeah, like some people would be in just shock. Yeah.
So I feel like for realistic horror, I want to play with like,
Expectations of how somebody would actually act.
so like we could do like there's like a cool route in my head where she like kind of doesn't react, but it's just she's stone faced when she's shocked.
Yeah.
But there's also one where like she like dropped to her knees and gasped at like what she's seeing. But or we
I like
don't.
the fact that she's just stunned and she doesn't really react. I think that's interesting because I don't think the audience would see that coming. It's like it would almost get them on edge.
Yeah.
They'd think, okay, why isn't she reacting? Something's wrong. Why isn't she reacting?
Okay, so what if we did like what if we played it further and her eyes don't widen? It's like her eyes remain flat, but
Lifeless.
yeah, or
Yeah.
but her nose twitches. Her something weird with her face. Her nose twitches, right? Or maybe her mouth quivers or something. Lips. That sounds
Lips quiver,
so weird. Lips quiver. Yeah. Okay, so that's scene right there.
That's the opening scene.
So now we gotta open back on Act 1. So what do we see? I like to say, not to say, but I like the idea of exterior locks. I'm gonna just copy and paste this.
in the car pulling up to the driveway.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I like that.
Locks
That's
the hatchie,
like
and
your
then let's
typical
do.
horror movie intro. The car
Yeah.
pulls up and the new family's moving in. But I like that. I think it works.
So we're gonna do Cade. So let's see. Personally, when I like to write the action, I like to just do this, so I know how long it feels. Because I think the ideal goal for action is to do like 2 to 3 lines, and you can always condense it more, so the actor gets the point without it feeling like a chore to read. So I'll leave this right here for now, and then exterior Loxahatchee House afternoon. So let's say, okay, so Cade is like 20, right? So she's not going to have a Lamborghini unless she's got it like that.
She's got like a Ford Fiesta.
Yeah, Ford Fiesta.
Hey!
Let's. Okay,
Well,
so
what do Ford Fiestas even look like?
I don't know.
Do we have a picture? Can we get like a picture? of one
Not
up
right
there?
now. We only got so much time. But that's an interesting point you brought up for Fiesta. Not because it's like a honky tonky truck, I guess. But don't hit me if you have a Ford Fiesta. I don't know if that's true, but we only have so much on a budget. I'm a college student. He just graduated, I think. So we don't have enough money to buy a Ford Fiesta just for a short film. But we can be more nondescript with that by saying average
goodness.
car or inexpensive car, something like that. Inexpensive car. So that the actor can pull up with their own car, as long as it's not like a Tesla Model X, not sponsored. Inexpensive car.
Wow, so that's what a Ford Fiesta looks like.
Inexpensive car pulls up. So we only have so much time, so we can work on this like descriptors later, but we have to rush this.
Yeah, of course.
Inexpensive car pulls up. Cade
Exit.
walks. Oh yeah, exits car.
Exits the vehicle.
Exits vehicle. Oops. Vehicle. We see exits vehicle. We see an older middle-aged woman come up to we can't. Okay, so action is just what the camera sees. So
Hang on. What if the camera switches to inside and we see the aunt like watching her through her window, pulling up and
I
getting
feel
out
like
of the car.
I feel like if we're going with the idea that the aunt is like attached or close, we don't want to have like something so isolating as a shot where she's just watching her from a distance. I feel like I want to communicate that she's clingy, in a sense, by having her in the shot as much as possible.
And like
close
waiting for her outside to pull up.
don't know if I like it being because this isn't like you know, Psycho where she just goes back insane, right? It's more of like this. She just goes
She's
too
clingy.
far with her character. Yeah, so I don't want to do like setting up that way. But let's see. Maybe she does watch her come up, but like she doesn't immediately go to greet her, but she's outside with her. You know what I mean? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I like that.
All right. We see a middle-aged.
Maybe she's like sitting in like a rocking chair or something.
Middle-aged woman in a chair, watching her. So a main facet of the film is the unknown, right? And because we don't have the budget to hire the darkness or whatever magical thing you consider the unknown, what we're going to do is communicate it through facial expression.
Yeah.
So there's just a shot, like for seconds, a shot of just, we see her, I should specify, the aunt, a lot of backspacing, Aunt Faith's face. It is indiscernible. Is that the right word? It is...
Indiscernible.
I don't think that's the right word. I would just say we don't know what she's thinking.
Expressionless face.
I wouldn't say expressionless because expressionless is kind of like, I feel like there is like something there, but we don't know what it is. You know what I mean? We don't know what she's thinking. Okay, so then let's actually start getting some dialogue in, right? So before we even do
Who would
that,
start the conversation? Aunt Faith or...
I feel like Cade would
Cade.
start. I don't know why. What do you feel?
Maybe Aunt Faith?
All right. So let's see. Aunt Faith, we don't know. Again, we don't really have the resources to act and call everybody we want or every possible person, right? So we can leave it, the dialogue not very specific, you know what I mean?
Like, have you thought about actors yet?
I have.
Okay.
I have, but who knows if they want the part for sure or they're just perusing, right? So Aunt Faith, so let's say Aunt Faith, and then let's start off. Aunt Faith hasn't seen her for a while,
What did she
presumably. So she's like, I don't, why wouldn't she say her name? Like, hey, Cade, how's it going? Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't she say her name? I feel like that's an organic enough
maybe
reason.
she say, Cade, it's good to see you. Maybe say, Cade, I'm glad you're finally here.
Okay, let's give her Cade. Oh, I'm glad you're finally here is kind of loaded in a way, yeah. Cade, Cade.
Would you say it's been too long or, oh yeah,
Where's the rest of, oh yeah, that's kind of funny. It's like, Cade, where's the rest of your family, you know? Or what were you thinking?
Because did you mention, I thought you mentioned a second character.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so if we want to do Andre, which is another person in the pitch, again, if you want to see the version that we talked about, then you can comment if you want to see it. Then I feel like maybe we don't know about who Andre is in the trailer, but in the full movie we probably do.
Okay.
Yeah. So where's? Nah, maybe she won't say Cade. Hi, Cade. It's so good to see you. Still driving that thing or whatever, like something to give her some nuance.
Still driving that old junker?
Yeah, something like that.
I think she was.
So good to see you. You drove here and that.
I'm
And
surprised
then-
it didn't break down.
And then Cade, different that. Cade, do you want to put that in? Surprised it didn't break down?
Yeah, I think
Put
that'd
it
be
in.
funny. I'm surprised it didn't break down on the side of
Cade.
the road.
And then Cade or Cadence would be
Yes,
like,
say here. Yeah, you know what she's saying? she's just saying,
What's
to be
up?
quite honest, I didn't think it was going to make it. I'm surprised it didn't break down.
It depends on. I do like the idea. It depends on how she would deliver it, though. Because if she's like a proper woman, then maybe she would say it like that. Maybe she would say it a different
No,
way.
but I wanted to be like, legit, like, she didn't think the car was going to make it.
Yeah. So then that implies that Cade maybe isn't like up there financially, which makes sense because she's a 20-year-old.
She has like an old beat up junker car that almost did not make the drive, and she was legit afraid that it would break down at the side of the road.
Yeah. So, like, what's up, auntie? What's up, auntie? No, I feel like that's a weird line to say after you drove here and that.
Yeah, she said, yeah, maybe she said, yeah, to be quite honest, I'm surprised I made it here in one piece.
Okay, so let's see. Laughs awkwardly. Okay, so this is called a parenthetical. This is just direction for the
I
actor
would put
themselves.
it up here, right next to her name.
The parentheticals go underneath the
Do they?
name. Yeah.
Interesting.
Laughs awkwardly. So now we're establishing a relationship where maybe Cade and Aunt Faith don't have like, hey, what's up, mom? Like, that type of thing. So laughs awkwardly. Okay, so if she's laughing awkwardly, how would she react? Like, she can go like, yeah, da-da-da.
Yeah, she would say, yeah, I'm surprised I made it here in one piece.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm surprised I made it here. But it's my first car, That's weird. I'm surprised I made it here. Because, like, we can add, like, little details. Like, maybe her car is beat up, so that's why she can't leave.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I made it here. Maybe we can be more specific. Like, I'm surprised
it didn't break down.
I'm surprised the tranny didn't.
Tranny?
I cannot curse on this show. I cannot put curse words in this. So, tranny is transmission. Yeah, the tranny didn't bust. Didn't
blow up?
Yeah, pretty much. Didn't blow up. Okay, so then it's a trailer, right? So we're gonna have to put in some part where, like, you can see how Faith, like Faith is kind of on the side. So maybe on Faith is like, oh, don't worry, I would have just picked you up anyways.
Yeah. She said, yeah. She said, don't worry, I would have picked you up anyway.
All right.
She would have said like, oh dear, well if that did happen, I would have picked you up anyway.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so, I'm surprised the train didn't blow up. Me too. No, that's weird. She already said that. Well, if it did, I would have just picked you up. Is this good?
Taking that old junker to the scrapyard.
We got to be careful not to write a whole scene because it's the trailer. That's the thing. I would have just picked you up. Cade. Okay, so while we're writing this, while writing this dialogue, I think we're going to finish the scene during the commercial break. So, if you're ready for that commercial break, sorry I hit you with the left field. When we get back, we'll continue writing with Bax for how much time we have. Don't know how much time we have, but if we do, then yeah. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you shortly after.
Peace, love, and happiness.
Okay. No commercial break?
No commercial break?
All right, we're going to keep going.
All right!
That was the commercial break. Okay. All right, we're going to keep going. All right. So we're going to just keep going. Power through. This is the behind the scenes. So, Cade. I have no idea. Whatever. So I don't think we have much time left. I think we have like 10 minutes or something.
It's 4:36. What time does it show in?
Like it's 30 minutes. So, Cade, I would have just picked you up. Yeah, I guess we can just like end it there because that's only the trailer.
Yeah.
6 minutos.
6? Okay, I call it commercial break too, so.
Well.
All right, we're just gonna power through it.
All right.
We're gonna power through it. Thank you, Nicole. Shout
Thank
out
you,
Nicole. Shout out
Nicole.
Nicole.
Woo woo.
Yeah.
Can I get a shout out?
No.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Chef
So
Martin.
next scene, let's do. Okay, so let's have a tension build-up scene. So like, what does Aunt Faith do? So we kind of established that Aunt Faith is keeping somebody in the house because they don't want them to leave, right? So maybe she brings food to them during the night or something.
She just keeps realizing that she just keeps making an extra plate of food.
Oh
without
yeah,
explaining it.
yeah,
Every night at dinner, she has an extra plate of food.
yeah. That's a good one. Okay,
And she
so
just says, oh, it's, for
Interior.
later, or it's, for tomorrow.
that's a good one. Yeah, night. So let's do Aunt Faith places.
A third plate on the table.
Yep, 3 plates on a rectangular table.
I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
So she lives alone, right?
Yeah, she does live alone.
What if her husband recently passed away? And that's how she tries to explain putting the third plate on the table.
Oh yeah.
It's
yeah.
just her way of mourning. And that would be like if she put it on the table saying, it's for me later, she would be like, okay, but why are you putting it on the table? If she said, things really haven't been the same since so-and-so passed away, it's just my way of...
I want to be careful of not doing expository, but we can show them like a picture of the uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things haven't been the same since your uncle
why do you
passed away. It's
place
just in a way of mourning.
Not place. I feel like place is inorganic. Why are you putting
A third plate on
another
the table.
plate? Yeah. Is it for me? Is it for me? Why not? We can always take it away if you don't like it.
Wouldn't she already have her
She
plate?
has a
though?
plate. She's just like saying, "Oh, I'll eat it again." But we can take it off if it's confusing. And then actually, I'll keep it. It's for me. Aunt Faith. Okay, let's spot a name real quick. No, just let's Gerald. Faith and Gerald. Sure, that sounds like a name. Gerald's dinner. And then what if Cade is like Cade
She'd be confused. She'd be like, well, he passed.
confused. I know what you mean. We gotta find a way to. So what if she's like Auntie?
He passed away.
He's not here though. Oh, she'd probably like, he's gone though. So we get like a vibe that maybe she tells it how it is, and that can start a good conflict with the aunts and stuff. Because Faith, if I don't need to say it on air, but like Faith versus like people's beliefs and like realism, that is a conflict.
Yep, and I think Gerald stuff might add levity because she's still trying to live in the past, and she does not want to move on from the death of her husband.
And then what if Faith's like,
She pounds her fists on the table.
we kind of have to be careful with this because Aunt Faith can be like, no, he's not. And then it instantly becomes like the audience expecting a ghost story. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe she can just say, it's just my way of mourning, darling. Or
No, I just do it to not.
what if
feel-
she says,
feel
I
falter.
know?
I
It's-
know. Oh, I know. I just hate eating alone. And then we can like that. That'd be funny. Like I hate eating alone, and then she prepares a plate for another person.
Even though that she's sitting right there.
I just hate eating alone. And then we go to like nighttime. I have a scene in my mind where it's like late nights. We only have like 4 minutes now. I don't think. Do you
How
say
many-
2 minutes?
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Are we still going to read this script?
Yeah, we're gonna read the script.
Gotta
Okay.
read it.
So late. All right, I'm gonna finish the scene real quick. Late night. 2 minutes. Dang, we don't have time. Okay. Late nights. So Aunt Faith delivers. Why not? Delivers a plate to a door. She goes through and closes it. Cade opens it. Cade opens the door. And what did we say she reacted last time? She's like stunned.
Yeah.
And is visibly stunned. We see hands. Oh, we see feet as they like crawl. So maybe there's like a shot of like a crawling up to show the reveal.
But how do you explain why is Faith Cade following her aunt? Is she suspicious?
That's the magic of the trailer. We don't have to explain it in a trailer, but in the full movie it would make sense.
Okay.
Like if we were talking about the full movie, I imagine it'd be like, maybe she brings a plate to a room that she hasn't been in there, and it's like, she really just forgot a plate, or did she just zoned out? So she's trying to take out the plate, and then she sees that.
Okay.
We see a pair of feet on a pair of feet. Like it's implied that they're tied up. Okay, we're gonna read the script now. Okay. All right. So we only got a minute left, guys. So we're gonna read the script. What we got?
A quick read.
Yep. Can you play that creepy music? Play that funky beat. Okay.
Play that funky beat.
Okay. So, all right. So this is what we have so far, and we're gonna read out to you guys what we got. So I'll do the action, and you can do On Faith. I'll do Cade. All right. Interior. Loxahatchee house. Sunset. Cadence creeps up to an old door. She hesitantly opens the door. It creaks, and we see her eye beyond the crack of the door. Her eyes remain flat, but her lips quiver. Exterior. Loxahatchee house. Afternoon. An expensive car pulls up. Cade exits the vehicle. We see a middle-aged woman in a chair, watching.
Cade, it's so good to see you. You drove here in that?
Yeah, I'm surprised the tranny didn't blow up.
Well, if it did, I would have just picked you up.
Maybe she would look confused, yeah. Interior, dining room, night. Aunt Faith places 3 plates on a rectangular table. Hey, why are you putting on another plate? Is it for me?
No, it's Gerald's dinner.
Auntie, he's gone though.
I know. I just hate eating alone.
Interior, dining room, late night. Aunt Faith delivers a plate to a door. She goes through and closes it. Cade opens it and is visibly stunned. We see a pair of feet. We see Aunt Faith's face, but we don't know what she's thinking. Boom, that's what we got. Hey,
Hang
sorry,
on.
that was loud.
You gotta do it.
And we're gonna end the show. We're gonna write the script without you guys seeing it. But if you do want to see it, we're gonna put it on our Facebook and YouTube. So are we ready to close out? Okay. So
Do you want to do it or do you want me to do it?
we're gonna do it together. So tune in for next episode, and by then I'll actually start producing it, and I'll have production notes to talk to you guys with. So for now, this has been Pitch2Production, and we're signing out. And we're out. You've been watching Pitch2Production. Join in next week as we keep the ball rolling and the ideas flowing.